All right, all right, all right. Let's get this sucker started. Whew, what a day. All right, so first person, hey, Bud, come on. Wow, you I think you were here before I was. Outstanding, Bud. I'm good, man. I'm good. I am this is loaded with coffee. Jonathan Barkov. Now I'm confused, man. For a second there, I thought I had the real thing there. Hey, Michael, how you doing? You weren't here yet? Weren't you here yesterday? I think you were here yesterday, weren't you? My memory's going. Everybody can hear me, right? All right, Flamingo. It's groovy sore, but here. Geez, sorry about that, bud. All right, well, everybody's here. Everybody's here. All right, this is good. This is good. All right, so drop your predictions, right? Drop them. You know. Everybody knows who I'm rooting for. You got Habs, man. You really. I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but I asked for it, right? Habs, Habs. Wow. So am I by myself? Am I the only one saying go Knights go? Y'all ain't gonna unsubscribe because I'm saying go Knights go, right? Y'all still love me, right? We're cool. I'm surprised, man. This is really surprising me. You're also a Bruins fan, but you think the Habs will win. You think they'll surprise Vegas tonight. Well, it's all going to be up to Carey Price. If Carey Price decides to stand upside down and on his head, maybe I think I'll subscribe. Come on, man. That ain't right. That ain't right. The last video did really well. The game one for the Islanders and Tampa Bay, I'm over 300 views, which is really good because that's pretty much right on pace with what my normal recaps get. So that's good because I don't know if you guys were with me or not. You remember when I did the recaps for the Stanley Cup games for Vegas and Washington. That's one of those things where I talk about when I've been my own worst enemy, right? So I thought I would do those games and it would really help the channel and views would go up. And instead, I did the first 2 games or 3 games, and like not many people were watching it, so I stopped. You know what I mean? It's hard doing this, man, unless you just get a thick skin and you realize you just have to keep going no matter what. Michael, I agree with you, man. That arena was so quiet. I said it in the recap. It's like they just expect it, you know. And I tell you, it used to be that way for the Dolphins too. I mean, the stadium was a little bit noisier, but you just expected when Marino was in his prime. It was an expectation that you made the playoffs and win a game. And anything less, games didn't even sell out, you know. All right. How close am I to the 1,000 watch hours? Good question, Flamingo. Last I checked, I was at about 3.2 or 3.3. As long as I don't stop, as long as I continue to make content the way I've been making it, the pace I'm on right now, I should not have a problem being monetized by the time football season starts. So I'm real close with that. Now there's certain things that they don't count. They don't count on for like the watch time. Like they don't count the live streams for the watch time for the 4,000 hours. But I'll get there. I'm gonna keep pumping out content. And like I said on the post the other day, once the playoffs are done, and I'm gonna start getting to where I'm doing 2 videos a day, 1 hockey, 1 football. So we'll get there. We'll get there, man. Jeremy, you were at every game for your round. Congrats, man, dude. That's some fanhood right there. But am I interested in Dougie Hamilton as a free agent? I'm not interested. You know what? To be honest with you, I think this team, Panthers speaking, addition by subtraction. Addition by subtraction. All right. Lundell's coming in to fill the center spot. We could use maybe 1 extra winger, but we've got a bunch of young guys that we're going to have to play because of the cap. Defensively, Yandel, if we could get rid of Yandel, we signed Connaughton. for an extra year. He's perfectly fine with the bottom pair. When we start talking about free agents, I don't care what the name is. I get wary. I mean, yeah, I like Hamilton too. I think he's a good player. You know, where do you see him, Jeremy? Where do you see him slotting in? You tell me. You tell me. Be great with Ekblad. You already told me. And then move. That ain't gonna happen, brother. Not that I don't think it would work out, but Uyghur makes Ekblad so much better. Now, if you think Hamilton can do the same thing as Uyghur, then yeah. But we've got to subtract some of this. Yeah, there you go, Frank. Thanks for showing up. But yeah, Frank, Hamilton to take the cap space. Just if we addition by subtraction, Yandel, Strawman, Bob, is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Jeremy, I hear what you're saying. Look, with Uyghur, you gotta look at, and you guys are probably too young to get this analogy, but I'm gonna blow it out there anyway. Look at Ekblad and Uyghur as Hall and Oates. They need each other, okay? Now Ekblad's good on his own. We saw that, but it's not an accident that he started playing at a Norris caliber when Uyghur came in. Okay, they complement each other so perfectly, and Uyghur needs Ekblad just as much. Yeah, regular season Uyghur was good. No dog and Gators. Boy, everybody's here, guys. I'm missing people. All right. Let's see. Flamingo, a little bit. I saw you cut my leg off. Who we talking about? Jones. Which? Yeah, you have to fill me in. I don't know every single free agent that's out there, guys. A little blast. You think he can land back in Boston? He's exactly what they need. Yeah, I don't see us. With the Hall and Oates. It's true though, right? The Hall and Oates separate. Nobody cares, but you put them together and it's magic. I'm missing stuff. This is great. A lot of people here showing up. This chat is. Do I like? All right, Brother Monkey. Do I like Malkin in Florida? I mean, yeah. Who doesn't want Malkin on their team? But at the same point, man, money. You know what I mean? Let's just start singing the OJs here, okay? We got to take care of business. We got to Barkov, Bennett, Huberto. We got so much to do. I don't think that there's any one player that just like suddenly puts us over. You know what I mean? I think you get the right goaltending with Knight in there. You know, shore up the bottom pair on D, get Ekblad healthy. And, you know, one winger. We have been short that one matchable winger in the top six since Yager. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? Now, and what kind of money is Malkin? You know what I mean? What kind of money? We have cap issues. We've all done it. Now, if Zito can pull off the magic, I mean, I don't know. And let's put it this way. If we can get Hornquist for Matheson, that probably means we could get Malkin for what? For what? Montalvo. Right? Zito can do it, man. You just never know. All right. Seth Jones. Well, you got I got that. He wants out after next year. Everything. I like him as a player. Let's put it that way. I like him as a player, and we don't know what's going to happen free agent wise. Obviously, especially defensively. I'm. My heart starts to palpitate. Maybe it's the coffee, but just thinking about bringing up, overpaying. We end up overpaying for everybody. I mean, look at what Varlamov is getting paid, and what Bob is getting paid. And I know Zito, and I know it's all different and everything, but I'm really not wanting to add any big expected pieces. Are you guys hearing that? Matthias is playing PlayStation. He's losing his mind. Malkin for Bob. If Zito pulls that off, I'll turn. You see what I'm saying? If Zito can get Malkin for Bob, I will turn. You see what I'm saying? Couple of, I know what you're saying. No excuse defense not to be a priority. We have to get rid of Yandel before we can add anybody, right? I mean that's the meat. Gators. Tim, bring back Kulikov. He's cheap and low risk. Yeah. Well, where are we going to put? I mean, on that bottom pair, right? I mean, maybe, you know, maybe Montour for cheap. Yes. Yeah. I mean, look, a bottom pair with Montour and Connaughton. Okay. All right. So then you got Uyghur, Ekblad, Gudis, Forsling, Montour with Connaughton. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know if we're going to beat the Islanders. I tell you what, right now, the Islanders look like they're going to take this series. You know what I mean? And I think the Islanders are going to be the team to beat for a little while. Trotz has got them cooking. They look tough. I would still rather play Tampa in another 7-game series than come up against those Islanders the way they're playing right now. What about Foligno as the winger? And maybe Tatar. Yeah, those we got to get somebody. Foligno, he would fit with Who do you think would fit with Barkov better? Because that's what we need. The other lines are set, you know, in terms of, especially when Lundell comes in, we need that one more guy to fit with Barkov. So I think more than money or the name or anything like that. I mean, you look at what Zito did. None of us, right, had Bennett on the radar, right? Nobody was thinking Sam Bennett. And then we get him, we're like, geez, 2-2s. I know some people like the move. And then he was the perfect match for Huberdeau. So that's what I want Zito to do. Whoever is the perfect match for Barkov, because that's what Yager was. Their styles complemented each other perfectly. All right, let's see. Hey, everybody's here. Bennett, this is good. Also, just Corey Perry and Wayne Simmons. That's true. Yandel was honestly viable with it. Jeremy. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I gotta disagree with you there. Yandel got exposed so much more with Ekblad because Ekblad would pinch and then Yandel couldn't get back in time. So I'm not sure on that, man. You like Lane, yeah, with Barkov. Then they're best friends. What's that process? How about? I mean, yeah, that would absolutely work. But can we make it? Can Zito can he make that happen? All right. So everybody thinks the Habs are going to win. Maybe they would go for a smaller deal if they're together. You know, I've been talking about that. This is a good point, but it's all dominoes. It's going to be a huge game of dominoes. Number one, do we just lose Drieger outright, or are we able to somehow do a sign and trade and work something out? Is that just completely gone, right? And then number two, Yandel. Are we going to get rid of him? Are we going to have to give something up? Is he going to retire, right? And then, are we going to get rid of Strawman? Are we going to eat that contract? Like if Yandel, if we somehow get rid of him, then we can maybe just buy out Strawman, and it's just like this constant. It's just going to be a domino effect. But that first chip is going to be what happens in the expansion draft. Because God forbid something happens. Because there's going to have a negotiation period, right? Seattle can negotiate with the free agents, I think, for 3 days. So what if Drieger says, "Yeah, don't take me. I want to go somewhere else"? Then we're looking at losing most likely either a Forsling, Vetrano, or a Chari, and that's going to just totally blast what we need out of the water, especially with a Chari, right? Because a Chari, he just does everything. You can plug him in anywhere. He could play goalie, and he doesn't hurt you. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of the things, obviously, I'm sure Zito's, investigating everything. But our needs, if we just lose Drieger, that's what we expect, right? But, we're the Panthers, right? So we're going to have to expose some people. And Seattle, they may think that they can sign Drieger as a free agent, and then we have to start worrying about, like I said, a Forsling, a Chari, or Vetrano, and then all of a sudden, defense is not set, or the lines, that third line's not set because we lose Vetrano. That's a lot. That's a lot of step. That's a lot of goals. So I think that's partially why Zito was trying to work out the sign and trade. He was trying to work that out. It doesn't sound like anything happened because basically Drieger said his goodbyes. So, man, it's just so many moving parts. I'm just glad it's only a month away, basically, because it's just so many moving parts that, it's just impossible for anybody to get anything right. How do I feel about Gallant with the Rangers? Well, what I said on Twitter was at least he won't be taking our old goalie, Drieger, going to Seattle and then beating us. It sure as hell makes the Rangers a playoff team. My opinion, you know what I mean? That definitely ups the ante. They're going to be playing hard. They're going to be playing fast. That's his style. And I think he may find a home there because in New York, they don't get their feelings hurt like some of these other owners so damn easily. You know what I mean? So hopefully he does well enough to stay, but not so well that he knocks us out of the playoffs. Because that would be a disaster. I saw somebody ask me a food question. Hold on a second. Hold on. Who do I think we're guaranteed losing if we don't want to lose? Well, if we don't lose Drieger, I know Stu and Boca is dreadfully concerned about Forsling. And to be honest, if they had to pick between Forsling, Vetrano, and Achari, it could actually end up with another situation where we actually have to pay them to take who we want and not who we don't want. I'm torn. I think we could lose Vetrano, and out of those three, I'd rather lose Vetrano. And I know that sounds crazy because Achari is a fourth line guy, but he does so many things for us. He's a lot harder to replace than Vetrano, I think. And Forsling, that would blow up a huge hole for us because now with him we have a good, cheap, legit top four defenseman. And to lose him would just be, that would hurt. That would kick us right in the nuts. Somebody asked about steak. Where are you? There it is. How do I like? We got medium rare, medium well, medium with A1 sauce. It's funny. My taste with that has changed. I used to say burn it. I used to be a freaking well done guy, and now I'm pretty much like medium rare. I don't know what changed. I don't know. Maybe the Lyme disease changed it or something like that. Yeah, I'm not into the A1 sauce, sriracha sauce. All right, you put the freaking steak in the pan, smother it, and just off, scalp it, turn it around. Same thing, sriracha sauce. Cut it open in the middle, and as soon as it's not completely bloody, out of the pan. That's how I like it. Yeah, you don't like. You're saying 3-1 halves. The Golden Knights will be surprised. Flamingo, man, $5 grand. $5 grand that it's not 3-1 halves. Huh? We good? 50 cents. That's the only money I can afford to gamble with. 50 cents. 50 cents. All right? No, what? I tell you what, Flamingo. I tell you what. If and this is for Flamingo only. Don't anybody else try to kill me on this. This is a one-time deal because he is just so sure that it's going to be 3-1 halves. If it's 3-1 halves, Flamingo, I'll send you a Panthers shirt out of my eBay store. Okay, that's how I'm a cheap bastard, but I'm that's how certain I am that that's not going to happen. Everybody is so sure the Habs are going to win. Now, how much of that is because you guys just don't want Vegas to win? And why don't you guys want Vegas to win? I mean, don't you want the video where I get to just completely troll our own fan base and our owners with the whole expansion draft? Plus, number two, Marchessault and Smith, they're going to win a cup. They're good. They're going to do it. Let them do it now because I'm going to pound this. Y'all that don't want Vegas to win now, you're going to be the same ones crying in 2 years when it's Vegas versus the Panthers in the finals. We don't need that noise. Don't you? Let them get it now. All right? Let them sow their oats now. There we go, Jeremy. Vegas is winning. Autistic guy, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming out. Let's see. Yeah, the A1 sauce. The A1 sauce, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of that. You know what I mean? Give me some sriracha sauce and then put ranch dressing on top of the steak after it's cooked, so you got that cold and hot. That's what I'm talking about. Leftover steak isn't as good. Leftover steak is for steak and eggs. You slice it up. Man, and you mix it in with the eggs, and then you sprinkle Parmesan cheese on top of it. Trust me. Yeah, here we go. Tweet the steak out. That's good. That's a good idea. All right, yeah, we got one Vegas here. Jeremy, I see you, man. So, yeah, the A1 hot sauce, it's not my thing. Sriracha's the thing, man. Although the pepper, sometimes I have a sensitivity to pepper, so it'll give me a headache. But I never know when it's going to do it, so I just eat it anyway. And then if it gives me the headache, then I just take ibuprofen or something like that to get rid of the headache. Montreal, is that a Montreal seasoning, or did spell check get you on that? You guys are destroying the steak. All right, come on. Kutma. Let's just call you Kutma. How do you want it, man? No, it wasn't the ranch dressing. Was that what did it? Did I go too far, or was it the Parmesan cheese? Montreal Bay. Okay. Yeah. Boy, I used to eat a lot of steak, and then I stopped. The Montreal Bay. That actually. Then I start burping that. You know what I mean? Because what happens is I'll eat the steak, and then if I have the coffee, then I'll start burping the stuff up. That's kind of the ranch dressing. All right, so we got a complete change of subject here. The Titans are going to be unstoppable this year with Julio. You misspelled Tannehill. Let's see. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, some garlic butter, and rosemary. Oh, I'm bloated just hearing about all that garlic. Garlic don't like me. You know what I mean? That for sure. You end up burping garlic. And I sweat. What happens to me is because of the Lyme disease, I take my supplements. I take the stuff during the day, and then at night I actually sweat because a lot of the stuff dies at night. So my body tries to sweat it out. So I sweat a lot at night. So if I have like not peppers or onions or garlic, I end up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning having to go take a shower because I stink like garlic. So I don't do it very often, you know. When I do it, I do it up. I'll put it on the pizza or something like that, you know. All right, Flamingo, y'all's fan base is oh God! Oh, I see. We're talking about Raiders. Go Raiders! All right, artistic. Now. Here's the question I have for you. Go Raiders. Which one? And what I mean by that is they've moved so many times. Which location were they at when you became a fan of the Raiders? Because that's one team that at some point it's going to be the Cleveland Raiders and the North Dakota Raiders. I mean, I never seen a team that's like every week they got a new place to play. So where were they located? Because to me, it's always going to be Oakland. It's always going to be the Oakland Raiders because I'm old. You know what I mean? Sometimes the damn teams move so fast you don't even realize that they've moved. You know, especially with like the Raiders, it's like every week. And are you serious? They're going to be back in Oakland in a few years. Look, if they're in Oakland, they're the Raiders. You know what I mean? All right. So did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear Matthias yelling and screaming in the background? He's having fun. I'm curious if you guys are hearing that because of this new mic. I'd like to know if that's picking up because he's a good. I gotta yell at the kid. Hey, I'm on a live stream right now, Matthias. I'll have to get with you in a minute. He doesn't quite understand it. You know what I mean? All right. What is Matthias playing? Well, he's been playing a lot of. He heard the question. He's playing. What is it? NHL 13. NHL Legacy. Yeah, he likes the older ones. His big fun thing is the glitches and everything. The other day he got Barkov's skate stuck like through the net, and like Barkov was like rolling around on the ground, like just completely doing 360s, but his foot was staying still because Barkov was in the net, and then his foot was like on the outside, on the other side of the net. It was great. He loses his mind. The Las Vegas Raiders stadium is so nice. Is it a new stadium? Is it a new stadium that they built? I don't think so, right? Because Frank Salazar did dangle. Nah, man. I tried to tag him at least 3 or 4 times during the year. Didn't happen. You know what I mean? And look, I get it, right? I mean, I've got 1,000 subscribers and 300 views of video, and I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the messages and the comments, right? So I can only imagine with somebody like him. I mean, he must always have, like, you have 1,000 notifications. So I get it. He's not going to probably respond to anything I would have to say until it's Panthers and Leafs in a playoff series, at which that point we would just all barrage him to the point where he could no longer ignore us. All right, what else we got here? Michael, maybe one day I'll stream during the game. Man, people have asked me about that. There's a couple things with that. Number one, technically I would have to have the TV there, right? And then streaming here on the laptop. The biggest problem for me with that is vision, because in order to watch with the TV right there, I need my glasses on, and then I'd have to take them off because I'm close enough to the laptop here to see. I'll have to do like a test run on something like that. That's a lot, but then of course if I'm streaming during a game, I can't. I'm not doing a recap at the same time. Most likely, what I'll do is over the summer, I'll do some tests when I'm not streaming, and I'll do, I'll test out how my eyes feel, because so if I do the wrong thing with my eyes, I'll be done with a migraine for 2 or 3 days, and then if I can make it work, like during the season, every once in a while, I'll do something like that. Because right now I'm just using my webcam. I have to get to where I'm streaming with my camera. And obviously, I could have this going, and I could have another laptop right there watching the game. I could do that. So maybe I think I would want to do that for a Panthers game though first, because you guys know I'm not super knowledgeable about every NHL team and every player the way some of the guys that do it for a long time have. So I'd want to get comfortable doing that during a Panther game. So maybe even a preseason game. You know what I mean? Because you know how I am. I want to do all the recaps, right? So I don't know if I could do both, but I'll work on that. Enough people have requested that now. Well, I will definitely try to set something up for next season with that. Who are we talking about? The hockey guy has 3 channels. What's that? Flight. Now I got to put my glasses on. Every once in a while, there's somebody's name I can't read. I got to put my glasses on. I can't tell. That's Flight. Yep. Flight Sim. Hey, bud. How we doing? Thanks for coming out. Yeah, Bennett, the hockey guy has 3 channels. The dude, I swear, sometimes his video recapping the game is out before the game is over. I'm telling you, time machine. I'm sticking to it. That's the only way he does what he does, because I don't understand how he does it. And the board, I guess he's writing during the game. I wish I could. I wonder, has he ever done a video explaining like how he does it? Because he's got to be writing it during the game, right? And then as soon as the game is over, click, and he's recording. Here comes Fluffy. We're getting ready to get interrupted. Come here. You want to say hi? You want to sit? Right here. There's a, you can see him moving the. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. He's right here. He can't get into position to get seen. All right, buddy. Lay down. Good boy. Yeah, there he is. You can see him in the corner. There he is. So you guys know I'm not making it up. There's a dog in the corner. It's a big, and that's not optics. His head is that big. All right, buddy. Settle down. Okay? I love you. Good boy. All right? Back it up. Good boy. Yeah, a nose. He's pretty good about it. He's gotten used to these. So he comes in and he lays down and, he's good. Yeah, the hockey guy's a robot with a time machine. That's it. So I see what you're saying there, Frank, so I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, the board, has he ever explained, like, how he does it? That's a question, because he's got to be writing it out during the game, and then after the game, just starting the camera. It's got to be stream the draft, Frank. Boy, you want to talk about something that I would, have no idea about. I don't watch minor league hockey, man, so I would just be like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? I mean, I guess it could be an educational video for me, but that's just one of those things I just don't have time to follow because, I mean, you guys know I'm still got basically kids and, I'm running 2 other businesses, and so unfortunately I just don't have the time to invest in minor league hockey. So I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't know much more than what I'd see on social media. Now, I'd like to get there. And that's all going to be up to, as soon as when I can monetize and I can, if I ever get as big as the hockey guy or getting close, then I can invest all my time in researching this stuff. But as long as I still have to go downstairs and, pack and ship packages every morning from eBay, which I'm grateful for because it's paying the bills. I'm in transition. You know what I mean? At some point, yeah, I would like to be able to do all the things and know what I'm talking about when I'm doing it. Now, stream the expansion draft, but that's a damn good idea. That actually, all right, now I'm motivated. Thank you. I'll give you the credit when I do it too. That's a beautiful idea. You see, and that's why I need you guys. All right, I can only come up with so many ideas on my own. That's a beautiful idea. I'll do that. I will do that. What's the date? Just don't tell me it's July 12th because that's Matthias's birthday. Somebody check that out for me. But yeah, that's a really, really good idea. Stream me sleeping. Yeah, that's when I'm monetized. I'm going to stream me sleeping. I'm going to make it a super chat, and I'll see what I wake up to. Yeah, you guys are paying me to turn the camera off. Let's see here. Flamingo, I don't watch college football, and I was watching combat and said that Justin Herbert would be a star just from seeing him work. Connor was right. Yeah, sometimes you can just get a feeling about a player, right? You can just get a feeling about a guy and know. Barkov, July 21st. Wait, which one? June or July? It's got to be July, right? Yeah, it's July 21st. All right. So, yeah, count me in. There should be no reason. I definitely August. Now, wait a minute. August 21st. Now, come on. That's the day before my 50th birthday. Now I'm losing. No, it's July. It's July. All right. Yeah, I will do that. I will figure the technical aspects of that out because this is my good laptop to do the streaming. I don't want to mess up with that. So I either will have to bring a TV in here or get one of the other laptops. We've got like a half dozen. And as long I'll have to do a test because I stream it. So if I can stream with the laptop there, looking over there, and then interact this way, we'll do it. That's a great idea. But that was spot on. What else we got? There's a website called Cap Friendly, and I can make my own trades. You have to explain that one to me, man. I mean, I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like kind of like show like a screen share and show like the yeah. It's not a bad idea, but boy, the comment section, I'm gonna get killed doing that because you guys know my mind. It doesn't exactly work like everybody else's, right? I come up with ideas, and then people get really, really touchy about when you make a trade, a suggestion that isn't quite really realistic, you get pounded for it, And it's funny because, I said this on Twitter, like last year at this time, okay? If anybody would have gone on Twitter and suggested, why don't we just get Hornqvist for Matheson, they would have been laughed off the stage. Everybody said, what are you, a freaking moron? It's never going to happen. So, and then you'll see, right? So it's like people get so wrapped up and like, there's no way that could happen. There's no way it could happen. And so it gets touchy when you put just make something up. Make something up and tweet it out and watch at least a third of the people go, man, you're crazy. There's something wrong with you. And I can make my own roster. Yeah, it tells you all the contracts. Yeah. I'll have to mess around with that, but that's a good idea. Matheson improved on Pittsburgh. I heard that. I didn't watch a whole lot, but I heard that he was actually playing pretty decent. Now, what were they asking him to do? Did he finally decide that he was going to stay home a little bit more, or was he actually pinching and figuring out, did he figure out when to pinch and when not to? Because that was his problem. He has a terrible hockey IQ, and he was not anticipating the plays at all. And he was depending on his speed that he could get back, and not all the time, Hornqvist is not worth the money. Well, hey, okay, couple things here. Jeremy, Jeremy, Hornqvist had a cup-winning goal. So did Dave Bolland. Hornqvist, he's eating up a lot of cap. There's no question there. He's a good player to have around, though. But, yeah, look, here's the thing with Hornqvist. If we were not so strapped with the cap, it would be like, all right, no, he's worth the money, right? I think it's a matter of, perspective, right? If we weren't paying $10 million for Bob and all the other money that we're paying too much for, and, if we just had signed Varlamov for 5 instead of Bob for 10. So I think Hornqvist is one of those guys where he might be a cap casualty if we can't get rid of, some contracts. If we can't get rid of Yandel, etc., it's entirely possible. I said that towards the end of the year that he might be a cap casualty, but then you never know. Like I said, it's going to be dominoes, and another one of those dominoes is going to be Barkov. Is he going to stick around for 8? Is he going to insist on 11? A lot. I think Barkov might be willing to take not a pay cut, but take less. But it's one thing after another, man. It's just all connected. Just none of these deals are being done in a vacuum. They're all so connected. Micah, you tweeted me the finished thing. That I have to check that out. When I get off of here. Matheson's girl just had a kid, so I guess you can't play. Oh, that's awesome. That's funny. Let me see. Instead of a good every 10 games, now it's every 9 games. That's great. Well, yeah, all right. Yeah, he had Crosby. That's true. You dare me to do a stream without mentioning the cap? Okay. All right. I will attempt to do that. Now, but you guys keep asking me questions, man. How am I supposed to not? You want me to answer the questions without talking about the cap? I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal after the expansion draft, because right now, like, every answer has got to involve the money. But after the expansion draft, I will attempt. Hey, it's not my fault, man. There's nothing I can do about it. The cap is a big problem for us. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. Hornqvist works. He gets in front of the net. Yeah, I like Hornqvist's game. I can't bring up the cap, so I won't bring it up. I like Hornqvist's game. I would prefer that we keep him for 1 more year, as long as he doesn't cost us any players. Bennett, yeah, Gallant is the coach of the Rangers. They're going to be good. He's going to have that team playing hard, And it's just going to be a little bit more competition in that conference. You know, we go back to the regular divisions next year, and you know, you look at it, you look at the division, you know, you look at the teams that, you know, did well in these playoffs, and you look at our regular division, and holy crap, right? Okay, I mean, Canes, Tampa, Montreal, Toronto. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody else out. Isn't Boston in our division too? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. There, it's and then us. I mean, just a lot of. That's not easy. There ain't no guarantees there. You know what I mean? We could easily next season be a repeat. I could be making the sequel to 96 points and still not getting in. All right, I got 2 more minutes, and then I got to get set up. We don't have the Canes in our division. Yeah, I was. What did I see, man? You know, you guys got to catch me with that, because sometimes I've been doing so much visual research that my memory is just not working the way it should be, to be honest with you guys. I used to be able to see something once and remember it and get it completely right. But every once in a while now, I guess maybe I'm just doing a lot. You know what I mean? We have time to cuddle over. So yeah, you're right there, bud. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I saw, but something I saw made me freaked out for the teams that we had in our division for next season. You know, so, and you know, that's the other thing with football too, man. It's just like I grew up. You know, hockey's in the same thing. You know, you grow up knowing all the teams and all the divisions and everything, and then they just keep changing everything. And, you know, for you young guys, it's easy for you guys to, you know, remember it, because you don't have I have about 30 years of my life. The Dolphins were in the AFC East with the Colts. And I mean, it was just like, so it just becomes ingrained in you. And then when they start changing stuff and the new teams come in, and it's just hard to keep it all in your head straight. You have to look at it on the screen to remember. Don't go off. All right, you're going to look up the division. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't remember. And the division hasn't been a division for long enough, right? And there's like 40 freaking teams in each division now. Eventually, right? By the time you guys have like grandkids, there'll be like 80 teams. You know, we just keep growing. Regardless, it's not going to be an easy division next year, and there's no guarantees, right? But I won't bring up the cap because we have plenty of cap space. All right, Flamingo, we're waiting for you. What do we got here? Just hit me, cut my leg off. I love that. Boston, Ottawa, Tampa, us, right? So, see, Panthers, Bruins, Devils, Rangers, Islanders, Flyers, Lightning, and that's the one. Okay, yeah. So what do we got? We got Panthers, Bruins, Islanders, Lightning, Caps. That's 5 that were in the playoffs this year. The Rangers got a damn good chance of them being in the playoffs next year. And I know what you're saying, maybe Ottawa. That division, easy, somebody could get 96 points and not getting in, right? Because that ain't – now you guys are confusing yourselves. Yeah, that seems right, doesn't it? Rangers, Islanders, Caps, and Flyers are Metro. Yeah. See, you know what? Nobody knows. None of us know a damn thing anymore. Devils. Now we're all so confused. How about we just call it everybody's wrong? All right? Yeah. Nobody. And that's my point, is that they've changed it so many times that even everybody here who's paying attention can't remember. You know what I mean? All right, guys. We'll figure out the division later. I gotta go get this TV set up and everything like that. Here we go. We got another Panthers, Bruins, Wings, Senator, Lightning, Habs, Toronto, and Sabres. Maybe that's right. Okay. So then that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that made the playoffs this year. Right. Yeah, there we go. That's right. So that's Bruins, Lightning, Habs, Leafs, and us that all made the five. So just out of those five, one of those teams is kaput next year, right? So let's just hope Tuukka Rask goes somewhere else and makes the Bruins be the ones that kaputs. Yeah, the Wings. I think so. I think the Wings are right because we beat their ass every year. I think that's right. All right, guys. I got to go. All right. I appreciate everybody showing up. This was good. This was good. Now we'll be back. I'm doing a recap. And then tomorrow night, 45 minutes before game time, I'll be back live. All right, buds. Thanks. See you.